Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. I'm BurningDogFace, and this is another supplemental video where we'll be looking at databank entries. Hopefully it won't take as long as the first one did. Get through it, says my preemptive lozenge. Now let's see here. Jawa. A mysterious scavenger species native to the deserts of Tatooine, Jawas are particularly adept at dismantling and repairing machinery of all kinds. The Rhodian salvage cartel that controls Raxus Prime transplanted a large clan of Jawas to the junk world to help collect valuable machine parts. The Jawas reluctantly work for the Rhodians, scavenging through mountains of garbage and cutting apart derelict starship hulls, collecting anything and everything that might still be useful. Jawas are generally timid and pose little threat, but when antagonized, they will use their plasma torches and excavation grenades to lethal effect. Oh great, now I feel even worse. Junk Titan. Let's go to the Scrap Guardians first. Kazdan Paratus. As a young Padawan, Kazdan Paratus displayed an uncanny aptitude for technology and an aversion to the rigorous physical training required to become a Jedi Knight. His time at the Jedi Temple would have come to a close if he had not ingeniously passed the Jedi trials using his most honed weapon, his intellect. A master machinist and robotics engineer, Paratus used this passion and innovative thinking to outwit his master and succeed where many others failed in their first attempts. By constructing a sophisticated and deadly combat droid and using his own proficiency with the Force, Kazdan navigated the trials perfectly. The Council was so impressed with Kazdan's performance that he was immediately bestowed with the honorific of Jedi Knight and assigned an instructor's position at the School of Padawans. For many years, Kazdan Paratus remained on Coruscant, creating a veritable army of sophisticated droids to help in the training of Jedi Knights. Yes, it says aid. Although Paratus himself rarely fought, he mastered the use of kinetic energies and could animate droids of the Force in remarkably realistic ways. When the Clone Wars began, Kazdan agreed to become a Jedi General, but only so that he could fight and study the Confederacy's advanced battle droids firsthand. To ensure that he could navigate battlefields easily, the diminutive Jedi cobbled together a harness equipped with several long, spidery legs. This invention gave Kazdan surprising speed and agility, and, when combined with his skillful use of his special lightsaber pike, allowed Kazdan to destroy legions of Confederacy droids alone. In the waning days of the Clone Wars, Kazdan returned to the Jedi Temple to continue training young Padawans, but when Order 66 brought Darth Vader to the doors of the Jedi Temple, Kazdan suffered a moment of panic. While other Jedi stood face-to-face with Vader and the clone army, Kazdan fled Coruscant in a nondescript freighter, with only his tools and several prototype droids in tow. Wow. Racked with guilt over his cowardice, Kazdan exiled himself to the remote junkyard planet of Raxus Prime, intent on building an army of droids to one day destroy Vader and the Emperor. However, as the years passed, the reclusive Jedi slowly devolved into a paranoid, frightened, and sometimes delusional hermit. His devotion to the Jedi Order manifested in his obsessive desire to rebuild it, out of the scraps of metal and other junk surrounding him. He's even constructed a version of the Jedi Temple, complete with replicas of the Jedi Council members. Kazdan's madness has made him a far more dangerous foe. He will fight to the death to defend his rebuilt Jedi Order, using the Force to conjure droid soldiers and violently repel any perceived threats. Sounds like I put him out of his misery. My good friend Keegan commented that it is possible that the Rhodians can't speak space English because of the shape of their mouths. I guess he's onto something. Rhodian Heavy Defender. Wherever the twisted wrecks of starships can be found, scavengers of many varieties will be close by, looking to make a fast and easy credit by salvaging anything and everything that can be sold to the highest bidder. On Raxus Prime, many salvage operations have made their home among the mountains of refuse. A particularly large cartel of scavengers, composed primarily of Rhodians, has established an extremely profitable operation dissecting crashed starships. The cast-off vessels provide them with a seemingly never-ending supply of parts and income. In recent years, as the Rhodian salvage cartel's operation has expanded, the scavengers have run afoul of Kazdan Paratus, a Jedi in hiding on Raxus Prime. While the Rhodians initially suffered heavy losses in their battles of Kazdan and his force-imbued golems, they have since organized to defend themselves. The large and well-armored heavy defenders are the cartel's most formidable soldiers. They wield massive repeater cannons capable of blasting apart any of Kazdan's droids who come within range. During salvage operations, the heavy defenders first surround and secure a starship, and then protect the vessel as Rhodian rippers tear open the starship, and Jawa laborers enter the ship to surgically remove any usable components. Rhodian Ripper. The Rippers are the Rhodian salvage cartel's excavation specialists. Using sophisticated zero-G lifter devices, as well as a large bladed tool, they are able to burrow into trash heaps to find the most valuable and useful artifacts. During large-scale salvage operations, the Rhodian Rippers tear open starship hulls, allowing Jawa scavengers to enter and dissect the derelict vessels. The Rippers' excavation tools can also be used as formidable weapons, which has become a necessity in the increasingly hostile environment of Raxus Prime. Scrap Drone. That's our Scrap Guardian. Found in the junkyard world of Raxus Prime, the imposing Scrap Guardians are the core component of Kazdan Paratus' droid army. Composed of detritus and cast-off parts, the powerful golems are actually held together and animated by the Force. This enables them to resist some force powers, including Force Push. I was wondering about that, though they are highly susceptible to sudden energy surges, such as those caused by Force Lightning. The Sentinels are designed to defend Kazdan against the hordes of opportunistic scavengers, and are well suited to battling a Sith, should Darth Vader or the Emperor ever find his hiding place. They can also act as Kazdan's eyes and ears, alerting him to an enemy's approach well in advance. Oh, I guess that's... No, that's right. Fuck, I forgot the other scrap things. It's so much slower if I just hold it down than if I just mash the D-pad. Scrap Drone. Another of Kazdan Paratus' force-imbued creations. Incidentally, major points from me as a writer for properly writing the possessive there. If you write a possessive on the end of a name that ends in S, you're just supposed to put an apostrophe after the S. You're not supposed to add another S after that. And it's so rare to see someone actually do that in a video game that, literal applause. Anyway, another of Kazdan Paratus' force-imbued creations, the Scrap Drones, are devious flying golems designed specifically to combat Darth Vader, who Kazdan knew would one day find him. Capable of creating a powerful negative feedback field that can attack with a beam that actually drains force energy from its victims. Junk Titan. The strongest and most effective of Kazdan Paratus' force-powered golems, the Junk Titan is a nearly unstoppable juggernaut of incredible power. The Titan's sheer size and strength allow it to crush most opponents with its dense, club-like arm, or hurl large pieces of junk at enemies. However, the formidable Junk Titan can also use the Force to repel attackers. Must have missed that part. Huh! I was actually expecting to see the skiff in here. Really? Nothing? Okay. And finally, Felucia. Once a major holding of the Commerce Guild, Felucia is a world teeming with fungal life forms and immense primitive plants. In the same way Raxus Prime is a testament to thousands of years of industrialization, Felucia can be seen as a demonstration of what happens when nature is left untouched for millennia. Plant life, unlike anything seen in the Outer Rim, thrives upon the surface of the planet. To an aerial observer descending below the roiling clouds, Felucia is nothing less than an idyllic paradise. Nice. Oh, there's a but. Once on the ground, however, this paradise immediately changes to a primordial nightmare. The cycle of life and death spins at a dizzying rate for all those who inhabit the planet, and even faster for those who have just come for a visit. Monstrous snails, a wide variety of dangerous plants, and even the dreaded Rancor call this planet home. How the fuck would a Rancor get here? Not long after Order 66, Jedi Master Shakti arrived on Felucia with her young Padawan, Maris Brood. The two Jedi made contact with the intelligent Felucian natives, a species of aliens who are naturally sensitive to the Force. Master T chose to teach them to control their burgeoning abilities, hoping that someday they might aid a reborn Jedi Order. Interesting. And bad for me, because I'm here to oppose them. In any event, I am delighted to say that I am finally through with that, so I'm BurningDogFace, and this is the end of this supplemental episode. I'll see you next time on Let's Play Star Wars The Force Unleashed, when we continue with my mission, or when we begin with my mission on Felucia. Later!